Okay, testing. 1, 2, 3, testing. So I'm hoping I'm being heard clearly. It's kind of like a lag in between the stream and actual it kind of lag in. Oh well, this would have to do. Hey guys, welcome. Um, I just gonna kind of turn around right now. Thanks for joining the stream. Um, just gonna get right into it. What I'm looking for here on GJ is buy setups. All right. Recently, what we had happening before we came on here, we had price pulling down pretty significantly here, and I actually have this one position idea that I'm looking to enter right around this area here. Initially, where price pulled down, and now that we entered this area right here, I'm looking to see a rejection, right? So if price manages to reject and close back above this level, that'll give me more of a clear confirmation to see price continue moving upward, and by that time, a trade setup that we could possibly get into on the long side is something like this. All right, being pretty conservative here in terms of like area of entry. We want to see price close above all these wicks here, right? Essentially, if we do leave a nice wick rejection from the downside here and close above, then we should see a continuation movement to the upside with momentum, right? So this here is one trade idea that I'm looking to possibly get into on GJ. All right, take a look overall. We can see clearly that GJ has been in had a sort of an uptrend movement here, right? After the first push downwards, right? We balanced off right here, the lower lows, and then price gradually started coming back upwards, right? So that being said, we start forming some higher highs, higher lows here. From the support, price pushed up higher from that, and now we're coming back down here. So if we do get that close above here, then that continuation seems more of a likelihood of happening, right? There's a higher chance, higher probability of seeing that happening. So it's just a matter of waiting, see how price manages to close here. If we do close bearish, I wouldn't take any sells within this zone. We have to wait until we see price actually push lower, and even by then it will be kind of a unstable sort of a trade to the downside, just because we do have some rejections here, right? So price could just reject and pull back up, so that's something we need to be careful of. But in terms of overall trade trend and the possibility of where price may head into, I do think that buys are more or have a higher likelihood of actually playing out, right? So you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. If you have anything that you're watching in particular, feel free to ask as well. And just pop out the chat here. Alright, so yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Anything that you're looking at particularly, let me know. Also, for those in the VIP group that would have taken this trade here, right? The 80 card trade, I have closed my position here at the 2.5% area. I think it right now is around 2%. Let me just pull this down here. Yeah, so right around that 2% area, I have taken my trade out on this just because overall I'm pretty comfortable. I'm pretty happy with the the amount that we were able to get from that move. So yeah, I'm pretty comfortable with that. And the chances that price may pull back down again, excuse me, as we approach, we have Fed news today as well. So be it sort of on the lookout for that. I took my position out here because I think that's like the best possible sort of yield that we could get for now until afterwards the Fed news, because price may just move sort of haphazardly until then, right? So there's some uncertainty looming forward. So therefore, I choose to opt out of this early on and just take whatever profits that we could get. So at this point, yeah, take a profits or secure. If you want to leave it to run, you could do that. That's always an option. It's up to you, whatever you're comfortable with. But yeah, in terms of what I've done, I took that out. The only thing that I'm waiting on is the GJ. Looking to take those positions. Anything else that we have to look at? Not much really going on thus far. As we begin the week, we don't really have much in terms of the fundamentals coming out. The only major thing that we had for the starting of the week so far was the RBA interest rate decision. And one of the reasons why we saw the interest rates actually propel the AED forward, even though that it remained or it came out as expected. And as you saw on previous interest rates decisions from other economies, as price came out as expected, right, in terms of the interest rate increase, we didn't have much movement from the euro, which was the most recent one, and as well as the US dollar. We saw some movement on the USD, but the interest rate itself didn't really matter as much, as more so the speech that was made from Fed Powell is what really propelled the price on the dollar itself, which had a sort of a bearish tone. Um, sorry, a mixture of a bearish bullish tone, and I believe that was major. Yeah, that was a major interest rate decisions that we did have. We did have the CAD as well, which didn't show much signs of anything really. Yeah, but just to get back into why the AED actually moved, I actually pulled this up here. It's have like a brief summary as to why it moved. Right, so it says here, right, the board expects to increase interest rates further over the period ahead, but it is not on a preset course. So it's not predetermined that they will. Okay, they said, all right, we're gonna start increasing interest rates. We're gonna do this now. Next month's meeting, we're gonna do this, so forth. No. And you can see they have everything highlighted here on the line here. The size and timing for future interest rate increases will continue to be determined by the incoming data and the board's assessment of the outlook for inflation and the labor market. So they're paying close attention to these metrics in order to make their decision, and that is one of the reasons why the AD really propelled forward, or at least give some sort of movement, or seeing this bullishness on the AD itself, because it wasn't a preset thing. They're looking at the data, so this is basically saying, all right, things are looking up. Interest rates, we could increase it. It's not going to have a negative impact on the working class, anything like that, and therefore we could continue doing this increase to bring inflation back to more controllable levels. So that was one of the reasons as to why price propelled on 80, and possibly we could see this being a continuing movement. However, again, we have the Fed coming out to speak, so whatever Paul says, we'll see how that affects the market and whether or not we'll get more 80 trade setups. Alright, yeah, if you have any questions. Jesus Christ. I have to come out and restore the chat here, guys, because it's not showing up at the bottom here. I don't know why. It's just, I don't know, anytime I'm streaming, this weirdness happens with the pop-up window. So, yeah. Let's take a look. Anything else that we have expected to come up besides that? No, we have that for Fed Powell coming out. And not much, right? Not much for the day really coming out. We have the CAD balance of trade data coming out. Whether we see a move from that or not, I don't know. I really don't know. So I'm not going to be paying too much attention to this. Just the Fed news coming out, and for the remainder of the week, not much really going on, right? We have some US jobless claims. That's something we could look out for, and the RBA statement of monetary policy. So this will have an impact on the AED as well. So this is something you could pay attention to. And for Friday, not much, right? It's just GDP growth. Looking at some GDP data, right? Probably this year, GDP monthly comparison. This may have an impact on the pound itself. And then we have some unemployment news for the card, so this is something we could pay attention to as well. You see, the employment change is actually pretty low compared to the previous, so we'll see whether this comes out as low as expected, or if it comes out higher. That should really significantly impact the card, so we could get a possible trade on this. If we look at some of the metrics leading up to that, it could inform us on, helping us make a better decision as to where to expect price to go. So that's something we could pay attention to. Besides that, not much really. Okay, and here we have the yen really pulling down here on price for the GBP. If we take a look at the other, you can see not much of a movement, right? So AED JPY. Let's take a look. CAD JPY, CHF JPY. all the other JPY pairs not moving as significantly as GBP JPY. So I'm sure there's a reason as to that, right? um, why we're seeing price actually pull like so much, right? Why price is moving so much right now on this. From this area here, the last support area we broke, we currently moved down around, that's 39.40 pips, right, to the downside here, coming back into this significant area of support. So you want to see if this area is going to be maintained and the price is going to reject from that, or if we're going to continue pushing down. So that is something that we'll pay attention to. Again, if price pushes down, guys, I'm not going to hastily enter for no for any sell positions, right? Just because I'm not the type, when I come on here, I'm not trading GJ just for like a 10 pip win or 15 pips or anything like that. I'm looking for good return percentages, right? So 2% for the least and higher in terms of, because I trade percentage based, right? So I'm not gonna be hastily entering on this or anything like that. And again, we already know that this is a major zone here. The overall trend that we're seeing, this could just be a pullback on this overall movement to the upside. So hence, it doesn't make any sense trying to preemptively enter this looking for price to break to the downside, right? And we have all this to be concerned about to the left hand side here. So again, patience with P. Alright. So yeah, it's just a matter of waiting and see. Again, this is the level that I'm looking at to possibly enter. Price might just pull up. So we're gonna buy at this position here. Hold the trade. Let's see if it could run all the way up to TP. And yeah, that's about it. And this area right here, this is like a good spot for buyers to actually step in, right, and gain back control from this this sell-off that we saw here. So again, this is a risky area to actually look into sell from, because you have so much going on right here too, right? So just something to note. Yeah, so we just had to have some patience, and patience will pay us today, hopefully, right? If it results in an L, then we just take the L and humbly accept it as the market would. And if it results in a win, then we humbly take the win as well. And you know, we go and buy a Lambo or something. I don't. But yeah, just have to wait and see. And the thing is, guys, like a lot of times, I see this is something that becoming more apparent and more apparent to me, is that people lack patience. And it's like, I can't really blame them, especially when it comes to like trading. Everybody wants profits now. They want quick profits. They want to see the wins. They want to see the gains without actually going through the struggle of becoming a profitable trader, right? That's why we have the signals. We have the mentorships, and we have all these different YouTube videos. You'll see my $100 a day EMA trading strategy, and everybody's so drawn to it because is that sort of the idea of getting that instant gratification of instantly getting money without actually putting in work is what drives them towards, they gravitate towards these sort of videos and stuff. And it's like something I'm basically ranting at this point, right? Because it's something I've been contemplating as to, okay, yeah, I have a YouTube channel here at TrinFx, right? What it is that I could put in terms of content regularly uploading, right? And the thing is, when you're in a niche that's been out there for, years, everything that could ever be done has basically been done by everybody. So you're kind of struggling with the concept as to, okay, what can you do that's new, innovative, that would bring in people towards your channel or whatever. And I don't want to be that person that's driving this bullshit that you can make $100 a day just using this AMA or anything like that, because how the hell are you gonna make the $100 if you don't have the capital to begin with? Okay, obviously you're not gonna make $100 from just having $100 in your trading account or $500 in your trading account. That's heavy risk. I'm not gonna put that I'm not gonna put that out there to influence people to come to my channel or anything like that. So I've been struggling with that, how to upload videos and stuff. And the more that I research and stuff, I realized that a lot of the videos that do well have that sort of instant gratification feel towards them, that You do this and you get a reward one time immediately without really paying much effort. And it's sad, honestly. It's really sad because this is the kind of mindset people come towards when you're new and you come towards trading with that mindset. And when you don't see things way, it's like, yeah, shit, nah, this is a scam. Yeah, that person are legit. Like that person can't have losing streaks and stuff like that. And it just people kind of develop this negative attitude, um, negative viewpoint about trading itself. So it's really sad, especially when it comes to like having your own Telegram group and stuff like that. So it's like something I've internally been struggling with because I want to help people as much as as much as possible, but at the same time, it's like people unwilling to have patience with themselves or patience of seeing this come into fruition, right? So it's like you plant a seed, you sow it, and you immediately expect it to bear fruit one time, like without having patience to wait to see the efforts of your labors, whether it's from taking signals on a regular, constant basis, right? Or you're putting in the actual hard work, you're unable to have patience yourself. And that's like with life, with this whole trading thing, coming to the charts, all of that, having patience is like a key fundamental thing that you need. So I would say above all, in terms of whether you're trading price action, fundamentals, whatever strategy you implement for yourself, and your risk management, obviously, these things are important. But the most important, I would say, or at least like the secondary important thing, is patience. Having patience for the markets to play out, to wait for your setups, and yeah, and this applies to anything in life, really. You need to have patience. So yeah, that's just like some of my internal struggles with having a YouTube channel and just doing live streams. Yeah, we just talk. We diving into the deep stuff, guys, and this is something that I'm possibly gonna start doing more because um we have time to wait for. So why wait in silence when we could discuss certain things, yeah, if you guys have anything that you want me to look at in terms of charts, let me know, right? I don't know why this giving trouble. I really need to look up how to actually put this in view and buy a second monitor so that I could just view the chat while actually streaming, which would be good. But and everything in Trinidad is a hassle to get. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, it really is. So it's a eternal struggle here as well. Sure, that is voided of opportunities, to be honest. So it makes being a trader from Trinidad very much more difficult rather than if I was in the US or something like that. If I was in the US, guys, I'm not even gonna lie, I'd be balling. I'll be like, it's raps. It's raps. But yeah, Trinidad is just, I don't know. It has its charms, but at the same time, I wouldn't like to live here for the rest of my life. I don't plan on living here for the rest of my life either way too. So yeah, I'm just saying. Um, Not much to look at for the other chats really, right? Everything kind of stagnant. The only thing that we could possibly, maybe USD JPY probably. I would like to see this actually fill out back up here. If you take a look at it 4 hour, yeah. So I just think like 4 hour LDs could actually. Yeah, looking at the current candle, let's go to 1 hour. Yeah, this could act as a support zone right here, and could actually see price fill back up to this level here. Rather than seeing it drop even further, I just think, yeah, probably could play out more to the upside here, especially with the current momentum being to the upside. Overall, again, looking at the overall chart, right, I do think that we could see that play out first initially, but markets will do what markets want to do, so we'll just have to go with the flow of it and all. Yeah, But like I said, guys, even if this does break the downside here, I'm not gonna hastily enter any sell setups. My only goal right now is to look for buyers at GG. Is that bias kind of like foolhardy, and having a bias that you stand very firm, with, is good to have once you do have different factors backing it, right? For me, the overall trend, this being a sort of area where we could see buyers actually step into and see the market rally from. And if we do break the downside, I just think it's a riskier trade to take when you have all that going on to your left, right? So we'll see whether this happens right now, or maybe it happens during the course of a day. If it doesn't happen at all, we'll see. If it doesn't happen at all, then we just don't have a trade today. We live to trade another day. If it happens, then we were on the right side of the trade and we didn't get in too hasty as we saw price moving down. So this is like the mindset you need to have, especially when it comes to like trading early sessions, and when you have volume coming to hit the market when a session opens. You need to be aware of these things, and don't let it play with your mentality too much, right? So we'll just wait. And every now and then, guys, I'll check this because I don't know what's going on, because I don't have a second monitor to monitor the chat, and this window doesn't want to pop out. So yeah. Something that happened to that's like really unfortunate is the earthquake it had day before yesterday, I believe. I think it was the 5th or the 6th earthquake it had in Syria, Turkey. Really impactful, really messed up, and makes you grateful for what you have. And I'm not a person that's religious or anything like that. I'm not overly religious or anything like that. I'm not an atheist by any means, but I just firmly believe what you don't know, you don't know, right? And yeah, you have to be grateful for the things that you do have. Like here in Trinidad too as well, we don't get much of anything, whether it's storm, earthquakes, any of that. We do get like the occasional little earthquake, tremors, um very uncommon, right? But it happens. And we do have the rainy season, sometimes very heavy downpour, but not too severe as to would cost you your whole livelihood as some other places. So really, this morning I want to be thankful for the things that I do have, and yeah, I hope that whatever going on over there in Syria, Turkey, those people that's experiencing this, I really hope that things pan out for them better as the year continues. Because it's really sad when you think about it. Right. I've seen people make light of that whole situation, and honestly, it kind of irks me that people would, joke about such a thing, because it's like actual lives being impacted, right? And have people saying, "Ah, they deserve that. Islam, this, that," and it's like it's not even about that. This is people, like actual people being put out of their homes, their livelihood being affected and stuff like that. Actual families and stuff. So it's like very unfortunate. So yeah, I just want to be thankful here on stream for the things that we do have, and yeah, because it's very often that we could go without being thankful for the things that we do have, right? So just a reminder that life is precious, and we need to keep that in mind too as well. You know. As you see all this pulling back and stuff price is doing right now, watch this 30-minute candle. Now tell me, why in God's good name would I enter this right now to see it go to the downside with this sort of rejection happening right now? Even if price does come and close to the downside, yeah, I'm not. Yeah, it doesn't make sense hastily entering that. We have 4 minutes remaining for this candle to close. We'll see how it closes. Maybe it might push all the way into the zone, to the support zone here, and then do its thing. But yeah, right now This is literally not the time to enter this. So let me just put what we're looking at here. $159. And the stop loss is 15 pips. So this is the first initial trade setup here. And the price does manage to, you know, pull back up and this thing, and then this will be like a next entry point that I'm looking at that could, you know, possibly serve as a secondary entry for price to continue moving up. But this is it. So whether we play out or not, it's up to price. But this is what I'm waiting for. This is what I want to see. I want to see price pull back up here and continue moving on. If we don't, then we don't. If we do, then hooray. Either way, this is my trade setup for now. Right, so this is what we get into here. And as we continue for the rest of the day, we'll see what are the sort of setups we could get. I'm more particularly looking for 80 continuations, but again, waiting for Fed Paul to say whatever he has to say his piece, and then see what price decides to do. Not really looking to preemptively enter anything right now. We'll have mixed data onward moving. This I'm very upset about this. This year on this Euro NZD trade, this was very upsetting because we took it initially somewhere right here, I think, right? Price pushed down a little bit, then when we came back up, got we managed positions, right? So it closed half, then got stopped down. So small loss, not even 1%, like 0.75%, and then price started pushing down. When we got this pushed down, I was tempted to enter back into the trade to continue moving down, but at that point it wouldn't be because of it would just be like because I had a sore loss on this, right? And knowing that price was probably gonna gradually continue moving my direction, I would have wanted to enter, but it wouldn't fit my plan itself, my trading plan. So hence, I did not take it. I did not go in with the risk of doing that, and I stuck to my trading plan and just managed to move on to something else. We got an 80 JPY trade. We were able to get a trade right around here, I believe. Right, this played out nicely, and another trade setup. Hold on, let me just check. Alright, so we had some 80 card buys. Right, initially when market opened, had the 80 card buy. That position got stopped out, right, and then we took like a secondary position, had a secondary position, right? Price came back down. Then we had the Euro NCD sell from yesterday. I see we've gradually taken trades, not overly risking, not overly trading anything as well. So gradually taking trades, good setups that we're looking for. The Euro NCD, this was a trade here. Price moved down a little bit, reduced risk because it came back into that break-even point, right? 80 JPY, this was a second trade with half a percent risk. I think I actually entered this with like a 1% risk, but in terms of overall management, 0.5% came down, 1%, right? Could reduce risk here because price came back to that break-even point. There's some shiftiness, but then we gradually pulled back down, right? So here on the 80 JPY, price actually pulled back down, and we will come into that 4% profit mark, right? We're able to take some profits from this, and now this GJ trade, right? Because we had one initial trade here, we didn't get into it because price never hit us for our sell stop entry, right? So we were able to get into this trade right around here as price pulled up, started looking like, okay, at this point it'll start coming back down, and gradually price actually started doing that, coming back down. And actually this, well, obviously it will hit TP, right? Euro NZD, see, got stopped out, then it started playing out. That's messed up, all the way messed up. GJ got closed at 2% profit, so overall we were back in profit, doing pretty good. And an 80 card buy, this is what we took. We're risking 1.5%, so I was able to make around 3% on this. Yeah, market gap approaching, so we managed it. Tuned in for United, stop loss was replaced on the 80 card, and then we came out here with that 2.5% profit. So good trades, good trade management, gradually seeing price actually grow, right? So it's all about managing risk, doing the hard work, and just having some patience, right? Because a lot of people don't have patience nowadays. Like gradually, I saw in my Telegram group, actually, we went from 60, I think 65, 68 people to around 61 now. So some people came on, and I guess that's because I haven't been regularly posting free trades there. More all my trades go towards the VIP, and this year the live streams here is to cater for everybody else that's either taking the free trades or even in the VIP as well. Right. So with that being said, people being people, the impatience, right, the inability to actually put in the work, to get up, get on streams, come get some free profit. Like imagine you're just, I don't even know what to say. Imagine you're just, you have the mindset, the mind frame that, all right, wow, I had to get up this time to do this, whatever. That's so, inconveniencing to me. But boom, if you actually got up, you make $500 in a day. You make $500 in probably 3-4 hours. That's crazy, right? Like, I don't know if I'm tripping or not, but I would say that's a good day. Like, to get up early, to just spend like an hour or something on the chart, and then go back to sleep, and then when I get up, it's like $400, $500 I made for the day. That's pretty amazing, right? So people inability to put in hard work to do what they have to do in order to reach where they want to be. Yeah, that's like just, I don't, that's just something that people, yeah, when it's something inconveniencing to them, they don't want to do it. I'm no better, right? But at least at the same time, I could actually put in the work when it's needed, when it's necessary, right? Especially when you want to improve your situation, then you need to stoop to conquer sometimes, right? That's a saying that we have here. Sometimes you need to stoop to conquer. Sometimes you need to be willing to make sacrifices, and you're willing to change your perspective on things to actually profit or overcome obstacles, right? Okay, so this is what we have happening right now. Price pulled up bullishly a little bit, candle reverse, push bearish here, and now we sort of in this in between, right? We're kind of like in an impasse at this point. Now we could get momentum to continue moving downwards, right? But I think the more likely scenario is that we see the buyers hold and actually push higher. So I'm still with my buy position. If price does pull all the way lower and out of the zone, then this just resulted in having like a no trade day, and we'll just wait to see if price manages to come back up here. But yeah, in terms of where I'm at, this is it. Not gonna hastily enter this, right? Not gonna be that guy. And it's very easy to be that guy, right? But we're not gonna be that guy today. We're not gonna do that. All right, we're gonna grit our teeth, have some patience, and just say, I coulda, I shoulda, I woulda, but no, you didn't. All right, so we just gotta leave it to let it do its thing. If you take a look at the other JPY pairs, kind of moving bearishly here. Yeah, but none of them are significant. Oh. as significant as here as on GJ, right? So yeah, the pound itself again hammered a little bit here. Pound USD to coming down, US dollar picking up some steam. Interesting, interesting. So the dollar picking up some steam. And you see here, look at this. 80 card pull down here. This is why I don't know when to call it sometimes. Although I do expect this candle to just be like the first initial move is whatever, but what really matters is what happens in next 30 minutes, right? What happens in next half of the candle. This probably could just leave a wick to the downside and the body actually push higher and turn bullish. So we'll see. But in terms of everything else, yeah, just gonna leave GJ. Let's do this thing. See it pull down a little bit some more. I'm still not gonna be hoaxed into entering this. Yeah, Euro JPY, Euro GBPs. Yes, no, sorry, Euro NZD, sorry. Right. Maybe this may maintain here and actually pull higher. So maybe this could be a trade too. But right now, not looking at anything too hastily to enter. Just still have my opinion here on GJ. Just gonna wait for that. If it happens, if it happens. If not, then oh well. Anything else? Not gonna hastily enter anything else. Just gonna leave it. Let's see what happens. Maybe during the New York session, we could get a proper look at any other trade setups that we could get into, get ourselves involved in. But for now, this is it. Right, guys? So, thank you for joining in. I'm gonna probably call it a day here and end it. This was a nice 60 pip move to the downside. Yeah, around a nice 60 pip. That's crazy. Wow. Yes. All right. So gonna call it here. Thank you guys for joining. Really do appreciate your patronage. Please leave a like. It really helps the channel as well. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. During the remainder of the day, we'll see how this plays out. If we're just on the wrong side trade today, it happens, right? I don't claim to be a forex god or guru or anything, or the all-knowing market maker. I'm not that guy. Uh, so yeah, if we was on the wrong side of this trade, then oh well, so be it. We just didn't get anything today. Um, and if it does something within our expectations, then I'll just update it. Alright, guys, so thank you for joining in. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Peace, and maybe those in the VIP. For the continuation of the day, we'll get something that fits us, right? So that's about it. Thank you. I'm gonna end this. Bye.